It's Friday. Are you going home long the markets this weekend? Hello, Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club, with your midday market update for Friday, the 20th of April. We got three stocks on the move today: E-Trade Financial Corp, Western Digital Corp, and Schlumberger. We're looking at those three stocks in detail. Also, one of the big trading tips I want to give you right now is don't fight the market, move with the market. Also, DailyXchange. I hope you posted on the DailyXchange and shared your ideas with other members. It's a really cool way to get to know other members and other traders and to improve your trading. So let's look at the market sectors today. We've got a number of sectors on the plus side, and the stock market's looking very good. It's closing higher for the week. And for the first time in a month, Europe has closed higher. So let's go to our portfolio and let's look at what's going on here. So here we want to look at the blog. Basically, you can see our posting here, DailyXchange. It's been an interesting week. You want to read that and post. Lots of comments coming in as we speak. But let's go to our portfolio manager and look at the S&P 500 cash. It's a plus 55, meaning it is a trading range. And what's interesting is you can see that we've come up. This is a weekly chart, of course. You can see we're higher for the week. But we've come from an oversold condition similar to here, and also similar to these periods here. So chances are we're going to see this market, I think, could potentially improve next week. But let's just go to the daily chart, and let's get a little bit closer. And that's a one-year chart. Let's go to a 3-month chart, get a much closer picture. This is the area that we are seeing, is this area right around here. That's 92 to 93. 1392 to 1393 is resistance. If we close, I would say if we can close over the high, yesterday's high, 1390.46, we'll be in good shape. This market will start to look, I think, pretty healthy. So nonetheless, the longer term, the trade triangle is up on the monthly, and the daily turned up today. But nonetheless, this is a trading range. 55, we know what to do in trading ranges. So let's see how things work out. We're just going to see in this market flatten out on the MACD. So let's see how it plays out. Also, let's just put our Fibonacci, not Fibonacci, but Donchian trade channels in there. You can see how flat it is, and also our parabolic stop and reverse. So the parabolic comes in today on the S&P 500. It comes in at 1395.58. So if we go over that level, I think it will be very, very positive. That's about another 9 points higher on the S&P. So I'm not sure that's going to happen today, but next week is going to be interesting, as we said in our blog today. Now on the Dow is actually putting in a nice performance. It's positive, but nonetheless, it's a 75 a little bit. It's into an emerging trend to the upside. And of course, we still think this is positive because of our monthly trade triangle on the Dow. On the NASDAQ, pretty much flattened here for the last probably 10 days or so, but plus 55 is a trading range. We're at the lower end of the range, and for the moment, you've got the PSAR actually below the market, so it's indication this market's going to go higher. So that's how we see the market with this. Our indicators flattening out in the MACD, but still not there yet on the upside. So let's go to our next market, silver. Silver is like watching paint dry here. We've just been going sideways, as you can see quite clearly. Boom, 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 boom. But the PSAR, which could be the kicker here, is going to come in today at 32.15 with 31.65. It's possible it could happen another 50 points higher for the day. I don't think it's going to happen, though, but we'll see how things play out. But 2 of the 3 triangles are positive, but it's a 55, meaning it's a trading range. Now, going on to gold. Gold's a little bit of a different picture. All of our trade triangles are negative there, and you can see gold is really not going anywhere per se. The PSAR is below there at the midpoint of the Donchian trade channel, but it really needs to get this thing going. And the only way I'll see this market get going is if it goes over the 1680 level, $1,680 an ounce. A little bit oversold. Let's see how that plays out next week. So going into copper, copper's actually put in a very positive day today. We've just gotten into an overbought condition. However, the PSAR is now below this area, indicating the momentum is swinging back to the upside. 55, a trading range. light volume so far on the rally, so I wouldn't get too enamored with it, but you're also turning up on the MACD. So I think there again, we're seeing a little bit more of a positive tone in this market. And of course, that's helped with the stock market as well, because copper is an indicator of economic activity. But the monthlies are still positive, and that's one of the key things you want to look at. So let's go to our next market. And the next market we're looking at is crude oil. Crude oil put in a good performance today. The PSAR is below the market. You can see we're beginning, I'll put my indicator on here. You can see we're just beginning to slope out right here. And I think that's going to be a very important level. And let me just clear the screen. Let's just put a very simple line chart on here that sometimes is very, very telling. So there's click here. That's the line chart. And what we want to do is take our trend line tool. So you're there. I think that's a reasonable trend line. You can see the market's been going down, down. If we break over this trend line, and this is the key level, I think we close today over the 105 level, which is going to be very doubtful in my opinion. But if we were to close over the over the 104.23 level, not 105, 104.23 level, which is only about 50 points away, half a dollar away. If we close over that level, I think you've completed a bottom, and we're going to see this market move higher. Longer term, we're looking for this market to go much, much higher. We've talked about this huge energy base this market's created, and it just needs something to get it going on the upside. So we also have you have that sort of parallel trading channel as well. So I think that's going to be a very key level, 104.23. Let me just mark that down so we're all cognizant of that level. So 104.23. If we close over that level today, which is this previous high, I think we put in a bottom, and we're going to see this market move up to the 109 level. That would be the next target zone we have for this. So let's see how it plays out, and go to our next market and clear that off the screen. And easiest to do with MarketClub. And this is the USO, the ETF that we're trading. And again, I think the trade there is if it closes over the 39.63, we're 39.46. We've been as high, I think, 61 or 62 today. And I think that's going to be a very, very key level to look. The high was 39.61. I would say if the market breaks over 39.61 later today, it's probably a time to be a buyer with stops at just below 39. So let's see how that plays out. Next market we're going to look at is the Eurodollar. Now, the Eurodollar is just driving everyone crazy because it should be going down by all accounts, but it's really not. So we have a couple of things. I'm going to put the candlestick charts on, and also if we just take our Fibonacci tool, we're going to draw from the highs here. We talked about this before, down to the lows, and you can see at 132.35, 32 around that level. It's a 61.8% retracement. I think that's when the market's going to basically run into problems again. We've got this market that it is overbought in the overbought territory. This is the Fibonacci level. We talked about 132.35 approximately. So that's going to be, I think, resistance for this market, and I think that's something to watch very carefully. So let's take this, clear this, and there's no data here simply because this is a Forex market. It's real time, and there is no data, volume data on real time, period. Let's clear the screen and go to our next market. And the next market we're going to be looking at is going to be the Reuters Jefferies CRB Index, and that sort of made a little bit of a recovery. It's still in a negative mode, but it was oversold. So the trend is clearly down here. We need to get this market turned around if we're going to see inflation kick in, but that could be next week. And you're seeing this very heavily oversold MACD just beginning to shape up that way. So let's clear that screen and go to our next market. The next market we're going to be looking at is going to be the Microsoft. And Microsoft put in a very good performance today. We're up actually 5.7%. You can see we're long from 26, from 32.70, and 31.16. So again, the long-term monthly, if we scope this out just a little bit further, and you'll see the monthly will come on in just a moment. There's the monthly back in July of last year. And this is the key thing. When these monthlies come in, it doesn't mean to say the market's just going to zoom up. Oftentimes it does. But it does mean that the trend, the momentum for the downside is over with. And you can see this market sort of went sideways. And once it cleared the 29 area, it was really kind of off to the races. We have had the pullback. Now we're coming back up. It's going to be an excellent close. And certainly if we scope this in a little closer, let's say 3 months, and we see this market close, let's see the high close. There was 32.60 with 32.70. This will be a new high close, I think, if we close up at these levels. 32.85 was the high. So we need if we close over 33, I think that'll be an excellent, excellent move for this stock. So let's see how that works out later today. Now we're looking at E-Trade Financial Corp. The symbol is ETFC. That's actually put a positive in today, but however, it is in a longer-term bull market from 990 on our monthly trade triangles. Currently trading at 1055. Not a big move, but it does show you the market has come back, and it's still in an uptrend. If we scope this out a little bit further, these are sort of, you see how this market tumbled in the dot-com era and so forth. Has had a lot of challenges, sort of lost its way, but it's sort of beginning to make that turn. You can see if I move this out of the way, you can see our last red triangle was right here, which was right around the 15 area. It just kicked in again, as I said, around $9. So it was a nice trade down, and hopefully it's going to be a nice trade up. So let's go to our next market. The next market is Schlumberger, and Schlumberger actually put a very good performance in today. However, there's a little bit of a negative there because we're trading against the major trend, but the market was up at one point. It's still up about 4%, but overall the trend, which we just hit just earlier this week at 67.12, is negative. The market's higher than that, so I think this is definitely got a question mark on it right now. So let's see how that plays out next week. Generally speaking, the trend is your friend. We've got two of the weekly and the daily are up, but the monthly is negative. So reality, you should be out of this market. If you're an intermediate term trader, you should be out of this market at the moment. So let's see how that plays out. But generally speaking, lots to do. Next week should be a very interesting week. The French elections are coming on. There's other events that are happening that are going to be very, very, very powerful. But again, what you may want to do is everyday check on the DailyXchange on the members blog. And you can post, you can talk about what's going on in the marketplace, and just generally speaking, some really cool posts and some comments I'll be putting on there, of course. And we'd love to hear from you. So Adam Hewison for Market Club. Have a great weekend. If there's no update this weekend, have a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday, and enjoy yourself.